Hey everyone, welcome to the Dollar Vigilante, the Caracas, Venezuela edition. I've been going through Venezuela over the last few days. It's been an incredibly interesting experience, and there's a lot going on here that most people don't know about. I've had the luck of meeting up with Daniel here, who's actually an anarcho-capitalist, one of about 7 in Venezuela, and he's been taking me around, just incredible stories about how bad the economy is, how it's actually entered into hyperinflation now. And so I think part of the story that I can tell you from here is that this is where the U.S. is headed. The biggest problems here, and we'll talk about this, are extreme socialism and as well hyperinflation or the increase in the money supply, which has caused hyperinflation. We've had to bring around backpacks full of bolivars to pay for things. So this is a bit of a wake-up call to people to come to a place like this and see how socialism and central banking and things like restrictions on guns, that's another big one we'll talk about, how that all works out. It's happening all right here in Venezuela. So Daniel, thank you. Gracias. We'll do this sort of half in Spanish, half in English. His English isn't perfect. We'll put subtitles down below for the Spanish. But tell us about, you're from Caracas, you're from Venezuela.
Yes.
Your whole life. Tell us how it's progressed in your lifetime. ¿Cómo fue en tu vida la economía, la vida en Venezuela?
Bueno, prácticamente la mayor parte de mi vida la he vivido durante el gobierno socialista de Hugo Chávez y Nicolás Maduro. Y por supuesto ha sido una cuestión progresiva, el decaimiento de la economía, ya que los controles que ha establecido el gobierno han sido paulatinos. Es decir, se comenzó primero con el control de cambiario, la instalación de Cadivi. El gobierno hizo una restricción al control de divisas. Luego con la toma de PDVSA, sacaron a todos los posibles trabajadores que estuvieran en contra del gobierno y el gobierno colocó sus propios trabajadores en la industria petrolera. Se hizo toma de todos los ministerios, se comenzó a expropiar las industrias. Hay una alta impresión monetaria, que es lo que causa la inflación. Como ya lo mencionaste, hay control de armas. Esta inflación, sumado al control cambiario, hace que cualquier trabajo común, o sea, el sueldo la gente no le alcance, lo que hace que mucha gente sea más propensa a actuar en la delincuencia, en el mundo de la delincuencia. Y como hay control cambiario, como que hay control de armas, los delincuentes se sienten libres de salir a la calle a robar, y toda esta es la situación que tenemos actualmente en el país. No tenemos comida, no tenemos medicinas, hay altos niveles de delincuencia, una alta tasa de homicidios.
Yeah, we're really seeing the end stages of socialism here. We've got a little bit of video of it, just lines down the block just to get to an ATM, and the maximum you can take from a bank machine is $1 a day, which is about 1,000 bolivars. Yeah, so you can imagine waiting all day to get $1. And then you have to go in the lines at the grocery store, which is down the block, just to hope that and we just saw you said, oh, look, these people look happy. They must have gotten some food shipped today. It's really, really bad. That's the end stage of socialism. You're an anarcho-capitalist. You also are part of the Ludwig von Mises Institute in Venezuela, which is small, has about 3,000 likes on Facebook, but I think most of those aren't from Venezuelans. But you do have conferences here. You get 30 to 60 people. It's small, it's growing, but this is really what socialism ends like, and we're seeing it here.
Sí, con respecto a lo de hay una restricción para que la gente saque dinero de los cajeros automáticos. Supongo yo que es para evitar un corralito, lo que llaman un corralito, que la gente vaya y saque todo el dinero al mismo tiempo, porque al parecer hay tanta impresión monetaria que ese dinero no existe en los bancos. Entonces el gobierno establece restricciones para sacar del cajero automático, restricciones para emitir cheques, restricciones inclusive hasta para depositar, todo está restringido. O sea, el movimiento de dinero en efectivo está bastante restringido, inclusive también las transferencias. Hay límites. Hay límites para sacar de cajero, hay límites para sacar diariamente con cheques.
And just to carry around enough money to go to a nice restaurant it's about this big. It's insanity. It's my first hyperinflation experience. I think you can definitely say it is hyperinflation here now. The restaurants we go to, the menus all have the prices in something that they can take off and replace. And you told me every week they usually change the price. That's pretty much hyperinflation. So this is a real, for me, interesting to see, because I see this as not being any different than where the U.S. is headed. The U.S. is getting more socialist. It also is printing more and more money and going into more and more debt, which will end up in hyperinflation. So for people in the U.S. or other places, Canada, Europe, Australia, any place like that, and thinking, oh, well, that would never happen here. That's what happened. It just kept going, and it gets worse and worse, and the people ask, some people, not all, but some say, help us more by limiting this or fixing the price of this. Don't let that price go up too much, which causes shortages. All
Sí,
that kind of thing.
los precios cambian semanalmente, cambian mensualmente. La inflación es, nadie sabe cuánto va a subir la siguiente semana. La gente especula al respecto, sube más el precio porque no sabes cómo viene el dólar. Y bueno, como vimos cuando fuimos a comer, 4 comidas, era un montón de billetes de ese tamaño para poder pagar una cuenta. Ya el billete de mayor denominación, que es el de 100 bolívares, no puedes comprarte ni siquiera una chupeta, a candy. No alcanza ni siquiera para eso. Entonces, más o menos ahí tú puedes medir que si un caramelo no puedes comprarlo con el billete de más alta denominación, y ahí tú puedes ir midiendo cómo va la economía.
And Caracas is now known as the murder capital of the world. And just after I arrived, or just before, a person from Egypt at the airport was attempted to be robbed and killed right at the airport. And everywhere we go here, there's these big signs saying Zona Libre por Armas, gun-free zones. And again, that's where a lot of the stuff's going in the Western world. They're trying to restrict more and more guns. What's going to happen? More and more crime and murder.
Yes, the guns in here is forbidden in everywhere. Few peoples we have a card with the permission, but in some place it's forbidden. It's forbidden in the restaurant, in the parks, in the public transportation, in everywhere. It's forbidden. But the criminals have guns.
Same as what happened in Chicago when they put in gun-free zones. Those became the most dangerous areas to go. And I've seen it here, even in our hotel when we come in at night, which is supposedly shouldn't even be going out at night really, but I don't care. And so we go out, come back in, and like the security guy at the hotel will be like hiding behind something. That's because he can't have a gun. It's absolute insanity.
Sí, prácticamente nadie puede portar armas. Los vigilantes tienen prohibido usar armas, y los sitios que trabajan de noche tienen que tomar ese tipo de prohibiciones, cerrar las puertas. Cuando fuimos al hotel, prácticamente había una barricada hecha con varias estantes en la puerta.
Yeah, they put those things that you put your luggage on, those sort of carousel things. They just sort of put it all in front of the doors, like that's going to stop someone from coming in. It's crazy, but that's how it is here, and that's why I wanted to have you on, is because it's not much different than the way the Western world is going, and so people can see what's going on here to see that's how it will end if people continue to move towards more socialism, more government control of industries, more regulation, more taxes, and more restrictions on guns and everything. It will end up like this eventually. So it's very interesting to see, and you live in it, and we're here in a barrio in Caracas, and actually this is so beautiful, the area, but just torn apart by socialism. It's so sad.
Sí, a pesar de que tenemos una buena vista de la montaña, si vemos hacia otro lado puedes ver las casas en pésimas condiciones. La economía prácticamente no ha mejorado nada en el último tiempo, y esto no ayuda a las personas que viven en estos sectores, que son las personas de menos recursos. Y mientras la economía siga de esta forma, mientras sigan las regulaciones y los controles, no vamos a ver ningún cambio sustancial para este tipo de personas.
Yeah, what do you think is going to happen in Venezuela now? It's definitely in hyperinflation. Anytime you need a backpack to carry around money to buy dinner is hyperinflation. You seem to think I said this has to collapse very, very soon, and definitely the currency has to. I can't see any way the currency doesn't collapse in the next, like go to zero and just no one's even using it anymore. Within a year is my estimation, and even could be 6 months or less. I haven't seen exactly how much it's going up every month now, but it's a lot. I think 8. Do you know what is the inflation right now? The real inflation?
I think it's like 200, 300%. I don't know.
In a month?
Yes, the government say 100, but I think it's more.
Yeah, so it's very close to the end of the Bolivar. But you said, and it's interesting because there's still so many people here who support the government, and the government is causing all these problems, the government and the central bank. And you said it's possible that this could just continue on for a while because a lot of people don't even understand what the problem is.
Sí, a pesar de que la situación cada día va peor y mucha gente le ha retirado el apoyo al gobierno, aún existen personas que lo siguen apoyando y sobre todo sectores bastante esenciales, por ejemplo el sector militar, el sector judicial, o sea, lo que es el Tribunal Supremo, y lo que son el control de los impuestos, o sea, los que manejan todo el dinero, PDVSA, CENIAT, Banco Central. O sea, el gobierno tiene mayor poder en los sitios donde que le benefician, pues se pueden beneficiar. Y se ve bastante difícil que vaya a haber un cambio pronto. Mucha gente tiene esperanza, yo la tengo, que sí, que esta crisis va a llegar a un punto donde el gobierno tenga que o retirarse o la gente salga a la calle, pero podría ser que no, podría ser que esto perdure por mucho más tiempo y terminemos como Corea del Norte o Cuba.
Yeah, it's interesting, fascinating to see. I'm glad I came to see it. I don't really want to stay. We go out and everything is empty. We went last night to 2 empty bars. No one looks each other in the eye. There's just this. It's not a good sort of situation right now, and a lot of poor people, and because of that, a lot of problems, and hopefully it ends soon. And of course, the best case scenario would be for people to wake up and realize government is an unnecessary evil, and that central banks are also an unnecessary evil, and move all to Bitcoin, and this place would just, and no government with any of these laws, this place would be like Hong Kong in 5 years probably. Wouldn't that be nice?
Sería feliz eso pasara, que la gente entendiera que no necesitamos el gobierno,
sí.
Que el mercado puede sustituir todo.
Yeah. As I mentioned, you're involved with the Ludwig von Mises Institute here in Venezuela. Why don't you let people watching the Dollar Vigilante know where they can find more information on what you guys are doing, maybe some way to support, maybe there's ways to donate so you can get more of this information out to people in Venezuela.
Sí, bueno, a través del Instituto Mises Venezuela, Ludwig von Mises, nosotros tratamos de llevar la información teórica de la economía, la ciencia económica, a las personas. Las llevamos a las universidades, hacemos congresos, hacemos foros, invitamos a profesores, invitamos a expertos en el área para que la gente asista. Siempre van estudiantes, muchos profesores se ven interesados, la gente nos sigue a través de las redes sociales y poco a poco las redes han ido creciendo y estamos dispuestos a dar la información que la gente necesita. La gente nos pregunta, nos manda mensajes y nos pregunta cosas en la realidad, o sea, cómo se aplica esa teoría económica a lo que está sucediendo. Y sí, esto es precisamente el experimento social más real, donde se puede corroborar empíricamente cada una de las premisas que se establecieron a través de la teoría económica.
Great, yeah, check that out. And really this is Bernie Sanders' dream country. That has everything that he talks about that he wants. He wants more socialism. He actually wants to get rid of the Federal Reserve, if I understand him correctly, but he wants the government to print the money, and that would actually be one of the only things possibly worse than the current system, because they would be just, their budget deficits would just be trillions, more than what's already trillions right now, but trillions and trillions if they were not limited by the money printing. And then things like getting rid of guns, which is another thing that he talks about. They have that here, and it's now the murder capital of the world. So, not that Donald Trump's going to be all that much better. It's all going downhill because most people don't realize that peace and getting rid of government, at least get it down to 99% smaller at the very least. That's the very least, and everything would be so much better, and most people don't realize that, so they're going to go through a constant going down, and then of course there's so many other things going on that I'm predicting it's going to be very, very bad in the US even this year, and definitely in the next few years, and Europe is already imploding. Because people haven't woken up to this. So if you like this, you like us coming here to places like Venezuela, please like down below. Please subscribe to our channel. Please share these videos to let people know about this information. Not many people are coming here to cover these sort of things. I think CNN came and the government took all their cameras and stuff. Yes. So hopefully we'll get out of here with our equipment. We'll see if we do. But yeah, please like, subscribe, share if you like these videos. And Daniel, anything else you want to let people know about Venezuela or about yourself, or anything you want to say?
Bueno, de verdad les interesa conocer Venezuela. Como dice Jeff, tengan cuidado en el aeropuerto. Hay bastante inseguridad, la delincuencia está en todas partes. Traten de no sacar sus equipos a la calle, ni cámaras ni teléfonos, es un poco peligroso. Pero también tenemos, en el país tenemos cosas especiales, bonitas, tenemos parques y montañas y muy lindas playas. Esperemos que la situación económica cambie y que podamos ofrecerle un mejor lugar a los turistas que quieran conocer Venezuela.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so sad. This country has so much going for it, but socialism and tyrannical government has made it a lot worse than it should be. It should be just amazing. It's so beautiful here, so lush. Caracas should be one of the most beautiful cities in the world, and the areas surrounding Caracas, these should all be $1 million apartments, but because of the way it is, it isn't right now. So like I said, please like, subscribe, share if you like these videos. We'll be giving you a lot more coverage of things like this and all the ongoing problems all throughout the world, almost all caused by government and central banks right here. So stay tuned to our channel and subscribe to it to get updated on any upcoming videos. And that's it from Caracas, Venezuela. Stay safe out there.
You have all the major central banks, Japan, UK, Europe, America, all printing staggering amounts of money. The people who are getting that money, Jeff, are very happy, and their friends are very happy.
I believe in 2020 that we will be back into a rip-roaring, snorting bull market.
And no one's got the guts to stand up and say, the truth. And the truth is, it doesn't work. Printing money isn't working.
Government is always mankind's biggest enemy throughout human history. It always has been. It's what destroyed Rome. It's what every empire has collapsed, and every war and all the billions of people have been killed. It's all due to government. So it is always our enemy.